Hello, everybody. My name is Jeffrey. I've been tutoring for more than a decade, and I'm here to sort of summarize a method that I've been pushing on my students just because I know how well it works. And this I call the universal approach to problem solving. So it has a couple of steps. First off, when you get a problem, you want to write what's given. What are all the variables that's given? So in case of a question where they say a person is moving with a velocity, initial velocity 5 meters per second, so then I would know what is given. Initial velocity is 5 meters per second, right? So the first step is take your question and write what's given from it in terms of the variables. The next step would be identify what's being asked. So if they ask you, what is the final velocity? Then you say, okay, what is the final velocity? Put a question mark there. What is the final velocity? So say they give you initial velocity, they give you initial position, say is at 2 meters. They give you acceleration, which is 5 meters per second square, say, just made up numbers. And then they ask you, what is the final velocity? So you write, in our method, we write what's given, what's being asked, and finally, it's as simple as find something that connects what's asked to what's given. So I'm like, okay, if I need the final velocity from the kinematic equations, and there's only 3 major equations, which we'll talk about in another video, which equation gives me the final velocity in terms of initial velocity, acceleration, and distance would be the question. And it would be v final squared equals v initial squared plus 2 acceleration times change in distance, say. And so we have this, and we have this, and so we can find final velocity would just be as simple as 5 squared plus 2 times 5 times this is the change in position. So let's just assume the given one was the change, and that's going to be 2. So it's going to be 25 plus 10 plus 2, 20, which is 45. That's v final squared. So v final would just be square root of 45, and that would be in meter per second. So this is the universal method to problem solving that I use in physics with my students. I've done it for over a decade, and it's helped students get into the schools they want to, crack the exams they want to. But more importantly, when you have a method that empowers you, then you can, on that, you can build an intuitive understanding of the concepts. All right, hope that's helpful. Thank you.